Hello everyone, and welcome to my first impressions video for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. The game came out a few days ago. I've put about 7 or so hours into the game so far, beaten about halfway through the story I believe, so I figured I would bring you guys my first impressions video now. I'm not really a reviewer. I'm not exactly very good at it. I don't really do game reviews. Usually I just do first impressions videos like this one. I kind of go over things in a game and end up giving the games a score, and that's really what I do. I don't really do like full reviews or anything. This is what I kind of consider my review. It's just a first impressions video after playing through most of the game or so, just to let you guys know what I think, what the game offers, and how I feel about it and all that. So in the background is actually some gameplay from the game. I'm probably going to have to mute the sound because I got a copyright claim the last time I uploaded a LEGO Star Wars video. So there may not be any sound from it, so I'm sorry. I just want to try to avoid getting this video blocked on devices and stuff like that. But let's just go ahead and get on with this first impressions video. We're going to be going over, the gameplay, graphics, the story, and of course the content, because this is a LEGO game. So hopefully I'll do a good job in this video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So let's go ahead and just start with the gameplay. If you ever played any of the original LEGO Star Wars games, this game will feel right at home with you. It still has the same, of course, familiar gameplay from those two games. Of course, there are new content added. But everything's still the same, and it just feels great to be playing a game like this again. It definitely just brings back all the nostalgia from the original two games. Of course, there are new things actually in this game, and one of them is the new cover-based blaster battle section, which I actually really enjoy. The blaster battles, I think they're actually really fun to do, and they're not like repetitive or anything. Like they don't overuse the blaster battle section, which is great, because like if they would have had like blaster battle after blaster battle, it would have gotten really old. But honestly, they only happen at least like once every level or so, so they're not like too super repetitive or anything, and they are actually really fun to play. And I actually really enjoy the blaster battle section. I thought that was a really awesome addition to the gameplay, and it definitely was refreshing, because we haven't really seen that in a LEGO game as far as I'm concerned. The only LEGO games I've ever really played were LEGO Indiana Jones and LEGO Star Wars, but it's definitely really fun. I really enjoy it. And the blaster battle section is very well done. Of course, each character kind of has like their own special ability, as well as of course performing activities in the game, like say you can use Spin or Han Solo to grapple onto things to get up to areas or to pull stuff down. Leia can actually get a group of rebel generals together to help her push objects or to get stuff and all that kind of stuff like that. Of course, you still use BB-8 C-3PO to access panels and stuff, and they do that a little bit differently in this game. They actually have puzzles every time you have to access an area. In the older games, like with LEGO Star Wars, the original one or whatever, you actually, when you used R2-D2, if I can talk, to access something or to use a panel, he kind of just uses it, and the door just opens and you go through. In this game, you actually have to perform a bit of a little puzzle. Ones with BB-8 might just be turning something. C-3PO, you have to like memorize like a sequence or something like that, and you can even do one to Spin where you have to build a stormtrooper to link you into an area. Those can get a bit annoying and repetitive, but they're really not that bad. They're not like hard puzzles or anything. I guess it's better than just being able to open everything in the game. It gives it like a little bit of a sense of challenge, I guess. Characters also have other things they can do, like Finn, when he has a lightsaber, he can actually cut through things when needed, which is cool. Rey has a bit of a platforming ability where she can use like parkour and like agility stuff to get to new areas. BB-8 can move things because he spins really fast. He can access stuff and all that, which is really cool. The puzzles and stuff for this game aren't that bad either. They have actual bigger puzzle sections where you have to use characters to get to things. You have to, like, say you have to use Rey and BB-8 in conjunction together to achieve your goal, which is pretty cool. The puzzles can get a bit repetitive, but they're really not too bad. I did have some issues, which I'll go over when I get to kind of like the cons of the games with these puzzles, but other than that, they're okay. The puzzles are good. The platforming and everything is good, and of course the gameplay is pretty freaking good. There are still flying sections in the game. I was never like too big of a fan of flying sections, but they're done pretty well in this game. I actually kind of somewhat enjoy the flying sections, but I've never really been too big on that. Back in the original Lego Star Wars game, you kind of have like this one dedicated hub. You know, if you in those games. In this game, you actually have multiple different hubs. You have like a hub on the Resistance base. You have a hub aboard the Millennium Falcon. And they're pretty big. I don't exactly know everything you can do in these hubs. They're pretty big. I don't know how much content are exactly in the hubs, but it gives you an area to actually like save and exit your game, and then or can just continue the story if you want. I'm not sure if you're actually able to just save and exit when you're actually in the middle of a level. I don't really know if that's possible or not, but you can exit and save correctly in the hub, which is pretty cool. But the hubs are kind of just an area to, you know, exit and save or just continue the story, whatever you want to do. And now there's actually a new feature in this game called multi-build. I believe that's what it's called. In the original games, like when you need to build something to get somewhere, you kind of just hold B and it just builds it. It's just kind of one thing. In this, you actually have an option to do a multi-build, where basically a pile of Lego bricks has two different things you can build with it, and you can build one, do what that one does, and then break it and build the other, do what that does. That actually opens up a little bit more options to do more things, which is pretty cool. Some people might not like the whole multi-build feature, but I actually find it pretty enjoyable. But that's really all I have for the gameplay. Like I said, I think everything's pretty good in the gameplay, so let's just talk about the graphics for a second. There's not much to talk about here because it's a Lego game. It looks nice. Like, I mean, I don't know how much better the graphics can really get. I mean, it's a Lego game. Like, it just looks nice. Like, it looks pretty nice. I mean, there's not really much to say about the graphics. They're not like ugly and pixelated or anything. They look really nice. I just like how the graphics look. I'm playing this game on the Xbox One, by the way, but the graphics, they just look great. Storyline wise, follows the movie pretty good, and there is a ton of Lego humor. Now, I don't know if I just didn't notice the Lego humor back when I was playing the original games, but there's a ton of Lego humor in this game. There's a lot of it, and it actually makes the story even more enjoyable. And it's just funny. Like, the Lego humor in this game, it's just great. It makes it really more interesting and more entertaining to watch. The Lego humor is fantastic. And this game also actually uses dialogue from the movie. I'm not sure if they actually just took it straight from the movie or had them re-record it. I would think they probably just reused it from the movie or something. But it actually uses dialogue, which is pretty nice. And that with the Lego humor mixed together, the way the story works in this game, it's really, really good. It's really good. The levels are actually pretty freaking big, too. There's actually a lot to do in each level, which is awesome. There's about 9 or 10 chapters, I think, and then, of course, there's all the DLC and stuff. So there's quite a bit to do in this game with the storyline. But in terms of content, there is just a ton of replayability with this game. Like I said, there's a lot of levels. There's like 9 pretty big levels and stuff like that. And once you beat through a level in story mode, you actually can go back and play it in free play mode using different characters. And that will allow you to get to new areas and get mini kits and all the extra stuff in the game. And there's over freaking 200 plus characters. So there's just an absolute ton to do in this game. There's a ton of replayability. And there's so much stuff to do in this game in terms of content. If you want a content-rich experience, this is a very good game for that. Now we kind of get into a bit of an issue. I feel like if this was to be a thing, I would have been able to honestly give this game a perfect 10 out of 10, just based on how much fun I'm having with this game and how much I'm enjoying it. If this game would have had online multiplayer, it would have been perfect. Because, like, I have a friend who's really into Lego Star Wars games as well as I am, and we really wanted to play this game online together without having to play split screen or anything like that. We wanted to play over Xbox Live, and as far as I'm concerned, that's not a feature. And I feel like this game would have been 10 times better if I would have been able to play with my friend over Xbox Live together. It would have just made the game a whole lot more enjoyable. And the game's already enjoyable, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy playing this game, but like I feel like it would have been way better if there was actually online multiplayer, which I'm pretty sure the Complete Saga had. I mean, I have the Complete Saga on Steam. I'm pretty sure it has that feature. But if this game would have had online multiplayer, I mean, it would have just made it way, way more better. But I did run into a couple bugs with the game. I actually pretty much broke my game. My game pretty much broke during one of the puzzles. I couldn't even switch my character. Something was something was definitely wrong with the game at that point. Some things can get a bit repetitive, and puzzles can take a bit to figure out, but that's really it. The only other bug I had was when I was trying to roll, my character would just roll in place like an idiot. So that was actually more of a funny bug. But there's some bugs, some things get repetitive, and there's no online multiplayer. Those are really the only gripes I have with this game. Like, if this game would have just had online multiplayer, it would have been so freaking great. But I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. Seriously, if you like the Lego games, you definitely need to give this one a try. If you're a Star Wars fan, even if you're a Star Wars fan, you didn't exactly like the Lego games that much, definitely give this game a try. Definitely, you know, I'm 18 years old, and yeah, I'm probably a little bit too old for this game, but still, I'm having a blast with this game. I highly recommend you go out and pick it up if you haven't already. It's just a great game. So that's going to wrap up my first impressions video for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have gotten this game, if you're enjoying it or anything like that. And that is pretty much going to wrap this first impressions video up. I just want to thank you guys for watching if you've stuck around throughout the whole video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.